Imagine this: long, long ago, the sun and the moon didn't live high above us in the endless blue. No, they walked the earth just like you and me. They laughed with friends, built homes, shared stories by the fire. But one fateful day, a single visit from their closest friend changed everything forever. Water came calling, and the world was never the same. Today, from the ancient tales of the Efik and Ibibio people of Nigeria, I bring you the classic story, why the sun and moon live in the sky. Settle in, listen closely. Because this is how friendship, pride, and a little too much hospitality send the brightest lights soaring into the heavens. Many years ago, deep in the lush lands where rivers meet the sea, the sun and water were the greatest of friends. They lived side by side on the earth, in a time when the world was young and everything had a name and a place. The sun, bright and generous, would often journey to water's home. He would sit by the cool riverbanks, watching the fish dart like silver arrows, listening to the gentle rush of streams, and sharing laughter that echoed across the water. The two friends talked for hours about the beauty of the day, the mysteries of the night, the cycles of life that turned like the tides. But water never once returned the visits. Not a single time. One bright afternoon, as the sun prepared to leave after another joyful gathering, he turned to his friend and asked, "Water, my dear brother, why do you never come to see me in my home? My door is always open to you." Water sighed, a deep, rippling sound like waves on a distant shore. "Oh, son," he replied, "your home is lovely, truly it is. But it is too small, far too small. If I came to visit, I would not come alone. My people are countless, the sparkling streams, the mighty rivers, the playful fish, the wise old crocodiles, the leaping dolphins, the vast families of the deep ocean. We are many, and we take up a great deal of room. If I entered your house with all my relatives and friends, we would overflow your walls, flood your floors, and drive you out into the open. I could never do that to you, my friend." The sun listened carefully, his warm light flickering with thought. Then, with a determined glow, he said, "Then I will build a bigger house, a grand compound, vast and welcoming, large enough for you and every one of your people. Come visit me soon, Water. I promise it will be ready." Water smiled, a slow, shimmering smile, and agreed. "Very well, Sunday, build it grand, for my family is endless. I will come when you call." The sun hurried home, his rays dancing with excitement. There, waiting with her soft silver glow, was his wife, the moon. She greeted him with a broad, loving smile as he stepped through the door. "My love," the sun said breathlessly, "I have invited Water to visit us. But his people are so many that our house must grow much larger, much grander. We must build it together, starting tomorrow." The moon nodded, her light gentle and steady. "Then let us begin at once. For friendship like yours deserves the grandest welcome." And so they worked. Day after day, under the endless sky, the sun and moon expanded their home. They raised high walls of strong earth and wood, stretched wide rooms that could hold entire villages, built tall roofs that reached toward the clouds. They decorated it beautifully, with patterns of light and shadow, colors borrowed from dawn and dusk. When it was finished, it was the most magnificent compound anyone had ever seen, spacious, welcoming, a true palace of hospitality. Proud and eager, the son sent word, "Water, my friends, the house is ready. Come tomorrow with all your people. There is room for everyone." The next day dawned bright. Water arrived at the gate, his surface calm but vast. One of his smaller streams called out politely, "Son, is it truly safe for all of us to enter?" The sun beamed from the doorway. "Yes, come in, come in. My home is yours today." And so water began to flow inside. First came the gentle trickles, the little brooks and ponds, sliding across the floor like cool silk. The fish followed, darting playfully. Then the larger rivers poured in, swirling with energy. Crocodiles lumbered along, turtles floated lazily, and schools of shimmering fish filled the rooms. Soon the water was knee-deep. Water paused and asked again, "Son, my friend, is there still room?" "Yes," the sun called cheerfully. "Come, the more the merrier." The moon, standing beside him, smiled and echoed, "Yes, enter freely." More came. The water rose to the waist of the tallest guest, then to their necks. Waves lapped at the walls. The house groaned softly under the weight. Again water called, his voice now deeper, more rumbling, "Sun, moon, do you still wish more of my people to come?" Not knowing any better, not understanding just how vast water truly was, the sun and moon answered together, "Yes. There is space yet." And so the floodgates opened wider. The great ocean itself surged in, waves crashing, tides rising, sea creatures leaping and twisting. The water climbed higher, to the windows, to the rafters, to the very roof. The sun and moon scrambled upward, perching on the highest point of their beautiful home. Water rose to meet them there. One last time, water asked, "Sun, moon, is it still safe? Shall more come?" "Yes," they replied once more, though their voices trembled now. But there was no more room. The water overflowed the roof in a mighty rush. The compound, once so grand, disappeared beneath the waves. With nowhere left on earth to stand, the sun and the moon rose, higher, higher. Carried upward by the very light and grace that defined them. They floated into the vast sky, finding a new home far above the reach of water's endless family. And there they have remained ever since. By day, the sun shines bright and warm, reminding us of his generous heart. By night, the moon glows softly, steady and calm like her quiet strength. Water covers much of the earth below, vast and powerful, but never again able to visit as a simple friend in a house on the ground. Pause, soft reflective tone, perhaps with gentle music swell. And so this ancient tale from the Efik and Ibibio people teaches us a gentle lesson. Friendship is beautiful, but even the kindest heart must know its limits. Hospitality is a gift, yet too much of a good thing, without wisdom and preparation, can sweep everything away. Balance is key. Respect boundaries. Build wisely. What do you think of this story? Does it remind you of times when generosity went too far? Or have you heard a different version from your family? Share in the comments, I read everyone. If this tale touched you, like the video, subscribe to African Tales Gina for more timeless African folktales that carry wisdom across generations. Hit the bell so you never miss the next one, maybe Anansi's clever tricks or the Calabash Kids next time. Thank you for listening under the same sky. Until our next story, good night, and may your light always shine.